Hello everybody, welcome to another commentary style video. This time we're going over the Minecraft movie. I've just come back from seeing it. I think it's a very good movie. I'm going to do mild plot spoilers, so if you wish to avoid plot spoilers, please skip forward to this time on screen now. I'll give you a second to go skip forward. Now everybody who wishes to avoid spoilers has gone. Hello, welcome to the plot spoiler part of the movie. Of the video. Brief summary of the plot, if you are interested, is we open on Jack Black's character, where basically we see how he goes to the overworld, we see what he does in the overworld, we explore a bit of his journey in the overworld and how he comes across the Nether. We see all sorts, and basically it's just a very opening summary video. It's an open summary of how he got to where he is now. He basically gives the crystal to his dog Dennis. He gets captured by Malgroth. I think that's what the villain's name is. He gives the crystal to his dog Dennis and say, "Look, get out of here. Do not let Malgroth get the crystal." And basically just takes it back to the overworld. I take it back to the overworld, and then Dennis takes it back to the real world, where he keeps it safe and hides it. A few years pass, and we open on Henry and Natalie, I think it is. I think that's the Henry's sister. They're both moving into the city, into the town where, majority of the film is set. And basically we find out their parents have died, and they are now on their own. And it's a lot of just them settling into life there. We also introduced to Gareth, Jason Momoa's character, who it turns out has got a video game store business that's failing basically. It's basically just not exactly working. He's gone into a bit of debt. He's got an eviction notice. And so he basically goes to these storage units and bids on one which has a 1970 Atari Cosmos. It's at this point where we see Dan TDM's cameo, Lizzie's cameo, Mama's character, and I forgot who the last person is, but this is where their cameo is. Basically that's what that is. We also, basically he bid, and it turns out that there is no Atari Cosmos. But there is the crystal in the storage unit, because he doesn't realise what it is at the time. So he takes it back to his shop, and then Henry comes along to his shop and sees the crystal, puts the crystal in the crystal, and takes it to it basically sort of drags him to the portal to go to the overworld. I'm saying a lot because I haven't got a script for this. I'm going purely off just improv, basically. So yeah, basically we go to the overworld, and Natalie and Dawn both meet them there, and they basically both go within the portal. They all get basically sucked into the portal, and it's a lot of them just settling in. Of course, it turns night very quickly, so they have to build a very quick basic hut. Well, I say a hut, they build like a tower basically. They then get introduced to Steve. Steve comes along and does his iconic "I am Steve" line, where he basically saves them, takes them back to the village called Midport. That's what Steve named the village. He basically then gears them all up, and they have to go to the Woodland Mansion to get a piece of the crystal, because a part broke during the night because of Gareth being Gareth. They go to the Woodland Mansion. It's a lot of... They do take a detour through the Redstone mines. They go to the Woodland Mansion and pick up the crystal. But then Malgroth comes along and steals it, because she needs what she calls as the orb for her staff to basically open up a portal to bring the Nether to the overworld. So She gets her hands on it. She opens up the portal. They go back to Midport to gear up to fight Malgroth. They go along. They go fight Malgroth. They close the portal and they all go home happily ever after. That is the basic summary of the plot. Basically, it's very much a winner. Good prevails over evil kind of plot. As it always was going to be. It's a kids movie for Pete's sake. It always was going to be a good prevails sort of ending. Hello everybody who has avoided the plot spoilers. Welcome back. So now we're all on the same speed. We're all on the level we want to be. Let's talk about my honest feelings about the film. I'm a film student. I love going to see films. I love watching films. I watch films a lot of time. So my thoughts are very much from a critique sort of standpoint. And I think it's a very, very good film. I think if I had to rate it harshly, I'd say 7 out of 10. I think there's a lot of... I think the plot drags a little bit at points. I think the side plot of... There's the side plot that goes on. I haven't mentioned that even to the people who know the plot. The side plot that goes on, I think, keeps cutting in at the worst times. The side plot could very much cut in at different points where there's nothing going on and fill it in there, but it sort of cuts in at really bad times and makes things a bit inconvenient to the plot because you get lost with what's going on, where everybody is. But it's very much a film where I think it's very good. Like it's very much aimed at kids, but there is so much in there that adults can understand as well. There's sort of little, hints towards the adults that this is what's going on. There's a lot of adult topics and everything. I think ultimately though it is a kids movie, so they can't, they have to appeal to the kids, and there's lots of funny jokes. There's a lot of times I found myself laughing, at some of how good some of the jokes are. There's a lot of times where I found myself cringing at some of what the jokes were. But I said ultimately it is a kids film, and so they're going to find anything funny. If it involves, humour in any sort of way, they're going to laugh. But it's a very good film. I think I really did enjoy just, how well made it was. It really caught me off guard with how good it was. I went in with really, really low expectations. I went in, thinking, oh well, this is going to be a really bad film. It's, it's for kids. This is not going to be anything for me. But I went in pleasantly surprised. I think it was a very good film that, has so many good jokes, so many good little snippets, so many good, nods to humour. Sorry, I got a yawn. But I think ultimately though, it's more of a film where, as I said, directly for kids, so it's more humour that kids will get. But there's a lot of Minecraft knowledge and trivia in there that, the hardcore Minecraft fans will understand. The Minecraft fans will get, and they will enjoy themselves. It's good for the fans and for the kids. I think if you were an outsider going in for this film, you wouldn't understand anything. You wouldn't get anything. I think it would be impossible for you to basically just enjoy it if you weren't a fan or a child going into the film. If you weren't or a player of the game, really, like even if you're a fan, you watch it and don't play, you'll get some of the stuff. But if you're going in with no outside knowledge of Minecraft, you're not gonna particularly enjoy this film. I think if you have no outside knowledge of it, it's gonna really just put you off, I think. But that being said, it's a very pleasantly caught me off guard with how good it was. I think it's a very good film. It's definitely not the greatest film of the year. It's definitely not the worst film of the year. I'm planning to go see the worst film of the year. It is, if we didn't know, Snow White. But yeah, no, I'm planning to go see Snow White I'm planning to go see Snow White this year, so well, this year either tonight or Sunday night. I think I'm gonna go see it, and I can write my review on that then. But I think ultimately, the Minecraft movie is a great film. It's a really good film. You can watch it a few times. You know, after that, I don't think it'd be worth watching anymore. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it would be worth watching after a few times. Like after a few times, after seeing it a couple, you're not really gonna have the same humor impact as when you see it the first time or the second time. It won't hit the same. But that is my honest feelings. If I had to give it an honest rating, I'm gonna say it's a solid 7 out of 10. 8 at a push. I think 8 out of 10 is a push, but it definitely does deserve an 8 if wow. It definitely could deserve an 8. Definitely could get an 8. But I don't think I want to rate it an 8. I think 7 is a fair rating for it. You know, it is just, you know, I think it's the fairest rating I could give it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. That is my honest review, and that is my review on the Minecraft, or not the Minecraft movie, a Minecraft movie. I did really enjoy it. I think it was a very good film. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I shall see you all within the next one. Goodbye.